What's up YouTube, Hunkpain Gaming is here with you, another video about Warframe. Today's video is going to be about Protea, my dear friend. Protea is one of the amazing frames in the game. And my dear friends, it was based on your request. If you have any suggestions or requests, let me know, my dear friends. So first we're going to go through her kits, and then how to play her, the builds, the STeel Path showcase, everything that you need to know about Protea. Maybe there is more builds I'm going to provide in the future. But my dear friends, I provided for you today amazing, powerful builds that's going to take you through the star shard. Easy breezy. Okay, enough talking, show us the build. Alright, let's go. Her passive goes every 4th ability, like power cast, that means granted 100% ability strength. So if the 4th ability gonna get 100% ability strength, keep that in mind. So that's very important for her kit. Grenade fan. This is very simple. If you tap, you're gonna create some kind of let's say sharp little vortex or something like that. What this does is it's gonna slash enemies, which means it's gonna proc slash and stagger them like swirl, like they get like a bit like this and they get slash. Okay, that's one. Of course, it's effective with ability range. The more range you have, the bigger area of effect is. The second one, if you hold the ability, you're gonna cast shield the satellites. This one gonna be 3 shield satellites. This satellites, my dear friend, gonna do for you over shield, my dear friend. Over shield is your shield gonna turn into purple, not blue anymore. If your shield turn into purple, that means your shield past its actual let's say number. Like for example, you have 400 shield. If it turns like purple, means it's beyond 400. That's why it's called over shield. It casts a slash and so on. The good thing about this ability that if you tap, which you're gonna do the slashing and the staggering as well, you can actually hold. So you can use both same time. So you can do the over shield and you can do the tap for slash and the staggering effect same time. This is why probably you will never see anybody helmet this first ability, because very important and very powerful ability. Moving next to Blaze Artillery. This is probably one of the reasons everybody, maybe one of the 2 reasons everybody loves Protea, because it's Blaze Artillery. But the problem with this Blaze Artillery have a big issue about duration, because even like with 200 duration or beyond, you get like around 7-8 seconds, 10 tops. Like, it's very crazy. I hope DE in the future make her duration a bit longer, which gonna make the Blaze Artillery, mamma mia. Maybe they can make it like exalted or a weapon that we can mod. That's gonna be very powerful. Alright, this one deal heat damage. Of course, you know about Archon mods, so Archon Vitality, yes, it will work very good for this one. The range is 30 meter, and firing arc, the range is so good at 100% range. I mean, this one, it doesn't actually need range mods. Range, we use it for different things like the first ability and the helminth abilities and so on. This firing arc is 130 degrees, means 130, 130, 130. That means 360. You need 3 blazing artillery to cover up 360 area, which you need to do very precisely because it's very complicated to do. All right, so keep your in mind that when you cast Blaze Artillery, it's always gonna be hitting the enemies in front, the enemies behind it, enemies in the left, right. It's not gonna take care of them. All right. Dispensary. This one everybody knows. Dispensary. Dispensary is like a flower. You put, I call it a flower. You put, it's gonna give you ammo, energy, and health, and with extra drop chance of 25%. Okay. Temporal Anchor. This is the ability that everyone gets confused, and sometimes doesn't play Protea without helminth because like they get confused what this ability does. I'm gonna make it very simple to you. If you play League of Legends, this is like Echo. Same thing works. That helps the players that play League of Legends, but doesn't matter. Temporal Anchor, my dear friend, it's gonna cast it and you're gonna do whatever you're going to do. You finish where, like, you cast down, you do damage, you do like your abilities, etc. So when you do damage, it's gonna be collected, that damage that you did from the moment you cast, and you go, you're gonna cast damage, boom, do use energy, whatever. And when the time finish of this ability, okay, the countdown finish of this ability, you're gonna go back in time, okay, your energy is gonna come back to you. And that damage you did from the moment you cast this ability until you return to back, that damage gonna make like a blast damage in the area. All right, simple as that. I'm gonna show you all the stuff right now. Okay, so here we go, my dear friends. This is without any like mods. Let's say first ability. Here you go. Casting. This is the sharpnel vortex. As you can see, it's proccing slash on enemies and staggering him. You look at him, he's like getting confused and so on. If you hold, boom. As you can see, it doesn't cancel the sharpening. Okay, it doesn't cancel it. There you go. You can cast them both same time. Tap and hold same time. So you're gonna have overshield and you're gonna be staggering and sharpening enemies same time, my dear friend. Okay. Second ability. This is your artillery. Boom, 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 boom. As you can see, it's 130. It doesn't hit this guy. You see that? Look. Boom. Okay, here you go. Boom. Look, this guy is not gonna be damaged. You see that? There is a reason for that. You need to cast it like this, so he's gonna be damaged. So this one is not gonna be damaged. So you keep that in mind. So if you're looking all the time in this direction and you're wondering why enemies killing you from behind because you need to do this. So technically, to make 360 degree, you need to go like this, and like this. Now that's a 360 degree, my dear friend. So keep that in mind. Okay, dispensary. Everybody knows dispensary is a flower you're gonna put, gives you energy and health. Easy but easy. Now the ability, I'm gonna start my fourth ability at this guy location, so you know. Kaboom. Okay, now you're gonna move around. Yes, you're gonna see the shadow that follows you, like the timer. Okay, just rolling like this, so you see, guys, what's going to happen. Boom, coming back in time. Okay, because I didn't do any damage during that. That's why when I come back, the explosion didn't do any. So let's do it again. Boom. And this time I'm gonna just run this way, and then this, and then I'm gonna do some damage. Okay, here you go. You see that damage? 200, 900, 1000, 1700. Boom, coming back. Boom. Okay, here you go. That's the damage, my dear friend, and it knocks you back. That's why you need to prime sure-footed if you're gonna use the ability. Now you see on top of my combo multiplier there is 2 bars. I'm gonna cast one more ability. Boom. Now we are ready. If you see that 100% ability strength, that means, my dear friend, the next ability you're going to cast is going to be with extra 100% ability strength. And you want always the second ability is the one with the extra ability strength. As you can see, this ability does a lot of damage. Okay, so now, my dear friend, you know how to use Protea and everything. Like, I mean, it's just a very simple frame to use and so on. Time to show you the builds, my dear friend. As you can see, we're not using any build right here. Sprint speed is 1.2. This is surprisingly good. Her energy and armor and health, very decent, very nice. Her shield is 450, which is good. Strength and duration, efficiency, range, and strength all are the same, 100%. Duration is how much your ability lasts, and buffs. Efficiency is how much consumes each ability to use. Range, how long or wide or height your ability goes. Strength, how powerful your ability or buff goes. This is your Arcane mods. You get them from other players or like Eidolon hunts, etc. Okay, moving to pure Protea. Pure Protea build is like some kind of build I did without using any helminth ability, as well as the high S plus D. I'm gonna show you that's mean strength and duration. Okay, so growing power. Okay. Applying statue effects with weapons increase ability strength by 25%. That means we're gonna take something like Epitaph, which makes it so good, and boost this second blaze artillery to kill enemies faster. Prime sure-footed, 91% chance to resist knock downs. Primed continuity for ability duration. Primed flow for energy. Archon vitality for health, and applying heat from abilities will make it apply twice. That's why blaze artillery applies heat. So Archon Vitality gonna proc with Blaze Artillery, which is perfect, which make her an Archon God. Equilibrium, health pickup gives you 110% energy, and energy pickup gives you 110% health. I'm gonna explain that in 1 second. Overextend, ability range and minus ability strength. Stretch for ability range. Blind Rage for ability strength and minus ability efficiency. Rolling Guard, my dear friend, become invulnerable for 2.8 seconds and remove all set effects for 8 seconds cooldown. Okay. We're gonna be using mod augment for more strength and arcane energize to get energy. Okay, so I'm gonna explain equilibrium. This equilibrium, my dear friend, how it works. If you pick up health, it become energy. If you pick up energy, it become health. Why? Because the health drop more than energy in this game. That's the thing you need to know. Like every 2 health orbs, you're gonna get 1 energy. So we want that 2 health orbs become energy, so we get more energy. Okay. The thing is, why we use Arcane Energize with it, because they combine and they so freaking good. Why? Because Energize doesn't care equilibrium, manipulating the health into energy and so on. It doesn't care. Energize, if you pick Energy, it's gonna replenish 150 energy for you. You're not gonna get the 25 because it goes into health or shield, but you're gonna be replenished, so they work perfect with you. And Protea, my dear friend, she have dispensary, my dear friend. This is the best energy and health and ammo drop loot in the game, like probably, like in my opinion. Okay, let's agree on health and energy. Okay. So with dispensary, equilibrium, and energize, you have the god mode of energy plus primed flow. You have that long pool where you can, you know, get unlimited energy. All right, let's go. So this build, my dear friend, works this way. It's like a high range build and so on. Now check this out, my dear friend. This build is spamming build style. Okay, we're gonna cast the first dispensary. Always dispensary should be casted first. Now your first ability. All right, let's go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's go. And you hold, of course. There we go. And now you're gonna be having fun, trust me, my dear friend. And of course your artillery, cast them in 3 different angles, and boom. Let me show you how it looks from distance right now. You're gonna be the happiest guy alive, my dear friend. And this build doesn't require any helminth, my dear friend. Easy breezy. Alright, so we're gonna be running 155 duration, 55 efficiency. Don't worry about efficiency, you have enough like energy. You're not gonna be worried about efficiency as much. Your dispensary is on. Range 235 for this grenade fan to stagger enemies, give you high shield all the time. You're gonna be happy. Strength gonna be boosted with molt augment as well for the blaze artillery to make more damage as well. The grenade fan gonna make more damage with slash. Going along with Archon vitality, you're gonna be mamma mia, my brother, awesome. Okay, high strength and duration. This is the same. The thing is, I wanted to give you this one as like extra for you, my friends, for the ones that want to play as duration and high strength to boost their blaze artillery even further in damage. So remember, like, it's so freaking good. As you can see, like, imagine with 209 duration, you're gonna have, my dear friend, 6 seconds on your artillery. Remember, this is very duration hungry. Strength and duration gonna make it so good. 1270 heat. Going Archon vitality, bro. I mean, you can kill anything almost with this. But enough of that. Going to offensive strip, my dear friend. Now, let's go to the real deal. Some Thanos already tell me, Hank, when you make Protea build, don't forget to put gloom. Don't forget to put the gloom. Maybe gloom in the future. I'm gonna make another build about Protea in gloom. But my dear friend, why I'm using gloom when I can slow enemies with creeping terrify same time I'm gonna be armor stripping them? I mean, I think creeping terrify and terrify, the combination of the augment and the ability is just amazing and one of the most powerful abilities now in the game. Grow on power, prime sure food, continuity flow for extend equilibrium vitality. You know already about the artillery. And the blind rage and rolling guard, energize and augment, the same thing almost. Creeping terrify, augment, effect enemies have 60% reduced movement speed because we're using Terrify from Necros, my dear friend. Speed decrease is going to be 80%, who's going to be capped at that moment. Armor reduction 83% until our molt augment reaches the stuff. Alright, let me show you, my dear friend, what I mean with this. Okay, so let me show you. Alright, my dear friend. So I'm going to cast it without armor stripping. Here is the look at that. You see this? You feel it have some staggering, it doesn't kill, right? Okay, watch this. 1, 2, there we go. Look at that. Now you feel the difference? Do you feel the difference? Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now imagine this baby with a lot of enemies same time with slash proc 10. And all that kind of stuff, bro, going on same time, and you give like some hits of this baby Epitaph, bro, nothing will stand in your way. I hope you get the idea of this build. And enemy gonna be slowed because Protea, let's be honest, the Protea is like kind of squishy, so remember that. Moving next though is gonna be defense distraction. So the strip is like offensive style and the resonator is gonna be more of a defensive style. This one is range 235, strength 139 and duration 155. Here we're not gonna be using any augment the same way. Archon vitality goes with the blaze artillery. The build, this idea the build idea in general. Here how it goes, my dear friend. Let me kill these and some more heavy corrupted gunners. Kaboom, kaboom. There you go. Let me release them for the resonator's sake. So the whole idea of this build, my dear friend, goes as follow. You're gonna cast the resonator. Okay, so enemy's gonna be like chasing. You're gonna hold the first ability, cast your gun, and cast the first spam the first ability. There you go. Of course, your dispensary should be always on. Boom, boom. So the idea is when they're busy, those babies are busy, right? You're gonna be killing them, my dear friend, with your artillery and with your slash from the first ability, and hold from time to time to do the overshield. Easy breezy, my dear friend. Okay, and let me tell you something. The resonator count as a ability use, so it's gonna boost your strength as well after 3 uses, my dear friend. You can actually spam the artillery to keep the strength on if you don't want to use the first one. I mean, her gameplay is just spam everything and you're gonna be happy, my dear friend. It's like spam frame. Okay, that's how you go, my dear friend. Okay, so let me take the offensive strip. I show it to you. Where we're gonna go now? We're gonna go to STeel Path. We're gonna go to STeel Path mod. So that seeing is believing, right? You have to see it in action, how it goes. Right, we're gonna go invite only so we don't bother at the tunnels. We're gonna go navigation and STeel Path. STeel Path, my dear friend, all you have to do is finish all the nodes in your star chart and then finish the Angels of Zariman quest. And my dear friend, go to speak to Teshin in any relay. You are happy. Enemies level 100, health and shield and armor 250%. That's why we test on mod, my dear friend. Let's go. Alright. And here we are, we landed in the lands of STeel Path in mod. Let's go. We hack this thing. Okay, first thing we're gonna put is dispensary. Alright. We're gonna cast the first ability. We're gonna cast our second ability. Kaboom, kaboom, preparing ourselves. Let some enemy comes. Boom, 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 here they are. Up. Terrify to slow them down. Look at them how slow they are. You see that? You see how slow they are? That's what you want. Boom, armor strip. Boom, boom, look at that. Boom, armor strip. Boom, easy breezy. Now you can spam the first ability if you want to. There you go, you can spam the first ability. There you go. Boom. Now you want some extra overshield. Hold the first ability, you get overshield. Boom, one artillery this way, one artillery this way. You protect both sides. One artillery this way, one artillery this way. You protect both sides. Try to keep a wall behind you, so you cast just in 2 different directions. Easy breezy. Okay? Boom this way, boom this way. Your artillery, you don't want to put artillery like this to the wall, right? You want to put one like this, because it's 130 degrees, my dear friend. Keep that in mind. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. Easy breezy. There you go. Protea is a very fun frame to play with, by the way. I mean, I really enjoy playing her. I highly recommend you have her. I mean, farming her is a pain in the ass. I know that, my dear friends. I know she's a pain to farm, and I like actually to use Epitaph with her, as Epitaph gonna be proccing viral and proccing cold. And if you have the right build for it, check the channel. I have the builds for it. Right, and I'm gonna show you the build of the Epitaph and things we use for this. Okay. Epitaph will proc viral, proc cold to slow them even further, my dear friend. As you can see, enemies didn't even reach me yet. Look at that. Easy breezy. You're gonna be slowing them. Now you're gonna have a small, like 2 small problems with this Terrify build, my dear friend. The first problem you're gonna have is if you play with Speedva, which is Nova minus strength build, which is gonna speed up enemies for life support. Because the slower enemies, the lower the life support is gonna be, which is not good. Some player will hate you for that. So keeping that in mind, don't bring Creeping Terrify Augment. Bring more range or more strength or more duration, okay, instead of Creeping Terrify. So you don't slow those enemies, because like if you play in a group, they will not like it. I mean, you slowing them because you're a solo and you don't want to die. Yes, I agree with you, but using it in a team, they might not like it, my dear friend. Keep that in mind, okay? Alright, perfect. So all you have to do is cast Creeping Terrify, armor stripping those enemies, cast your artilleries, cast your first ability, hold in one side and hold in the other side, and cast one side, cast the other side, and boom. I mean, this build even have a lot of CC. As you can see, those enemies like getting so slow in the flow, you know what I mean? Okay, we need to collect all those life support, getting one Terrify, so we clear the area. Now remember 130 degree, remember 130 degree, that's very important, my dear friends. And keep casting Terrify, because there is always new enemies gonna be coming, and if they are not affected, they're gonna rush to you. She's a squishy frame, don't expect her to be tanky, she's not a tanky frame. You really can die easy, okay? You can die easy. Now there is a couple of things you need to worry about. You need to worry about violence, and you need to worry about Vor when he spawns. Try to kill Vor, like don't try to kill him with artillery. I mean, you can kill him with the artillery, but it's gonna take longer time than you really expect. So yeah, playing as Unairo, you can armor strip the Acolyte, and when you armor strip the Acolyte, I mean, he's gonna die easy. Like, we have Torment. I'm gonna just try to kill him with our I'm gonna just try, okay? I'm gonna try to kill him with our babies. There you go. I'm gonna just lock him down, trying to kill him with the artillery. I mean, if the artillery target him, there you go. I didn't touch him with any weapon. Try to kill him with the artillery. So I just show you it is possible. So you just have to do it the right way and put your artillery in the right direction. Hold for overshield. Easy breezy. Okay, we're gonna wait just for 30 seconds or 20 seconds, and we're gonna extract at 5 minutes exactly. That's how we extract. And I hope, guys, you really love this build, my dear friends, because I mean, and the resonator gonna work almost the same. Instead of slowing them down, they're gonna be distracted. So I say, if you go solo, take this build. If you go with other players, take the resonator. Actually, the players love, like, if you go in a team and you have resonator on, actually your teammates will love you for that, as the resonator will distract those enemies, and if those enemies are distracted, they doesn't get damage, and nobody likes to take damage, right? So the players will be happy for you, my dear friend. All right, I know this video is a bit long, but it is what it is. I have to explain it because everybody have different level of understanding, everybody have different knowledge of the game, how much everyone knows about the game. I cannot just drop the build, there you go, boom. It's not a supply, I'm just dropping it. It's an explanation so you know what actually doing, and I try to squeeze as much information in this video, so if you're looking for something, you might learn something else if you already know what it is. Okay, let me really quick show you the stuff. So this is Epitaph Build. I highly recommend you to take with you. This one gonna proc cold to slow enemies, gonna proc heat to boost your heat, and it's gonna proc viral. Viral is very powerful. Increase your health damage taken by up to 325%. Okay, you can take Tonk, or you can take any primary weapon. You're not gonna actually use any primary weapon, so Epitaph and Glaive is gonna be more than enough. You're not gonna be using Glaive at all, almost. Epitaph gonna do the job to scale with the enemies your artillery, because the artillery at certain point they're gonna be feel weaker. So with armor strip from Terrify and with Epitaph, you're gonna be happy. Okay, so your question is gonna be, Hank, if I don't have certain mods, what I do? So the certain mods that you're not gonna have is you're not gonna have prime sure-footed, so you can use normal sure-footed. Okay, if you don't have normal sure-footed, you can use the other thing like Power Drift. Is going to be good for you. Power Drift is the way to go. You can use Cunning Drift as well instead. Okay, that's a one. If you don't like Growing Power, you can use Corrosive Projection, not a problem. That's what I advise you to do. What else I would say? Okay, Primed Continuity. If you don't have Primed Continuity, you can use Continuity. No, sorry, not that one. You can use Continuity, okay? Sometimes doesn't know there is the broken Continuity, like this one. Don't use this one, like, just get a Continuity, my dear friend. Prime the Flow, you can use Flow, my dear friend. There you go, instead of Prime the Flow. Easy breezy. Overextend, you need to have it. Equilibrium, you need to have it. Archon Vitality is easy to get. You can get it from the Veil Breaker, my dear friend. I mean, by now everybody have it. It costs like 40 platinum now, 150 platinum if you want to buy it maxed from other players. But I don't highly advise you to do that. But up to you. You don't need to max it full, it's totally up to you, but it's very powerful. If you don't have it, my dear friend, if you don't have vitality, don't put any vitality. You don't need vitality, just run Umbral Intensify, run other mod for strength until you have Archon Vitality, because we don't need actually the health, we just need the heat to double up our blaze artillery. Creeping Terrify is Necros Augment. If you're playing with other players, I will highly recommend you use Ogre Message instead for more duration, my dear friend. And if you're playing solo, just put back Creeping Terrify. Make 2 builds for it if you want. Let's say strip with solo, strip with friends, okay? Blind Rage and Rolling Guard, they're easy to get, just go get them. If you don't know how to get any mod or something, just type Warframe Wiki. Always check Wiki, boys, for everything you need. It's gonna tell you the location, how to get them and everything, okay? For the Resonator, I mean, there is not the same things, okay? And one more thing, my dear friend, all the stuff here, use the same form account, so you can play around, and you don't need actually 6 forma, maybe you need 4 or 5, okay? I mean, I have 9 extra points here, I have only 2 here. If you're gonna go for this build, you will need 6. But if you go one of these builds, probably gonna need 4 or 5, and you're gonna be a happy guy, my dear friend. Okay, so you have it. Perfect. Okay, what focus? Yes, let's talk about focus. What focus school I would recommend for you to take? If you're going for end game play, I would highly recommend you take your Nairo for armor stripping. If you you want like Vazarin, Vazarin is very powerful. Like, it's very awesome to have if you feel like you're getting a lot of damage and so on. You don't need to go generic. If you're gonna use a normal melee weapon, which I don't highly recommend using that with the Protea, but go ahead. Some Thanos maybe would say talk about Hank, what about natural talent? You can use natural talent, it's not a big deal. I mean, it boosts your speed on casting, it's not a big deal. You can use it, my dear friend. I mean, if you want to replace, you can replace Equilibrium if you want to. If you feel like a bit slow and low in energy, you can put it back. It's not a big deal, you can switch things. It's gonna make you cast faster, yes, it is good, yes, it is good. What other helminth abilities I would recommend? I would recommend for you to use Ensnare from Korra. I would recommend to use Pull from Mag. I would recommend to use the like the Vortex from Zephyr. I would recommend to use Gyre Vortex. You can use Larva from Nidus with Augment. I mean, there is many. You can use Gloom from Savagoth. I mean, there is many ways you can build her on. It's like she doesn't need anything. All she needs is some kind of distraction, armor strip, and yes, you can use the one from Stianax. Everybody is throwing Stianax in their helmet, that's why they have, but everybody wants to build with Stianax bashing the enemies with their shield and like armor stripping everybody, alright? So guys, what's left for me to say is thank you so much for watching. I hope this build helps you out. If you have any question, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, sub, comment, like, and join our channel. We have a Discord link on the description. Feel free to join us in Discord. I keep mentioning this in every video. And still Thanos popping in our live stream on YouTube and saying hi, that you didn't know you have a Discord. So yeah guys, let me know what's your opinion, what's your suggestion, what you want to see next video. Peace and love, I'll see you in the next one.